Hello, my dears. It's Ashley Mooney. This is our Angels and Biz bonfire party. So normally I would break this up into 3 videos, but I just thought I would do it all together. You can pause, and I will tell you when to pause at different parts. Or you can listen to the whole thing right through and decide to do this in one day, decide to do it over 3 days, which is what I've traditionally done it over. I feel like I've been doing this the last week. So, you can stretch this out or condense it as you want to do. Just, go through the process. And I hope it will help you to literally manifest whatever you want for the next phase of your life, however long you want to look ahead. You can go for a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever it is, whatever stage of life or age you're at right now. This can be a sort of your dreaming big moment about what you want to bring into your life, what you want to manifest. So there's 3 steps in this process. It's review, release, and revision. I'm going to take you through each of those steps, and I'm going to say pause and go do that now. And you can totally do that, or as I said, you can watch the whole thing and just do it as we're going. So as I said, I've been doing it over a few days. So I've been like literally thinking about one part and then, okay, now I'm ready to move on to the next thing. Okay, so before we even start, I want to say, that looking at this, not from a place of, oh my God, I wish I had this and that in my life and that person, and I wish my life was better. And, that's a great place to start. But I also want us to bring in another mindset that if you look at your life right now, there is inevitably some part of your life that you're living right now that you dreamed about, maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. So I want you just to acknowledge, think about that now for a moment. You can pause the video if you want and just literally give yourself a moment to think about what parts of your life right now that you're actually physically living did you dream about. So I'll give you some of my life as an example. I wanted to create an online business. I have done that, so I'm living that. I've achieved my dreams. I wanted to bring in a lot of money, thousands of euros from that online business. I achieved that dream. So I wanted to write my first book. I achieved that dream. I wanted to create an oracle card deck. I achieved that dream. I wanted to live in a Mediterranean country, and I am now an Irish woman living in Italy. So I'm not saying that any of this was, oh yeah, Ashton just pulled something out of the sky and off it happened. We came here to live in Italy. We're here 4 years. The first few years were a real struggle. My kids settling, me settling, us all settling into this new life. There were a lot of ups and downs, and it wasn't all rosy in the garden and plain sailing. But now I'm in the place where I'm like, oh my God, this is the life that I dreamed about. This is what I wanted for myself and my family. And it's actually true, and I'm living that. So what parts of your life did you want to achieve a certain level of fitness in your body, and you've achieved that? Did you want to, I don't know, cut out sugar? That's not me. I don't want to do that. But maybe some of you do, and you've achieved that. I used to smoke. I smoked for about 10 years, 8 or 10 years ago. I stopped in my late 20s, I think. And so that was a struggle for a few years that I didn't actually think I would ever be able to stop. So that I'm living the dream now of smoke-free life. So what is it in your life right now that you dreamed about that has actually come through? The relationship that you wanted, the children that you wanted to conceive and grow and rear, the jobs that you wanted, the course that you wanted to create, the books that you wanted to write. Like, what are you living in your life right now? So I really want you to think about that. And that's the mindset that we're going into this manifesting experience that we're having now in these next 3 parts, because we want to bring in the next dream. We want to bring in the next thing that you want, but we're coming from a place of already realizing that we are amazing manifestors, that we have been able to create this life that we're physically living in, that is the life of our dreams. So the first step is review. So this can take a half an hour, a few hours, a day, a few days, whatever you want. So I would suggest that you take a notebook, maybe you get a journal for this whole process, if that would suit you, or you open a Google Doc or a Word doc and you start writing. So your review is what's not working, basically. What is not working in your life right now? What are you tolerating that needs to change? Now, a simple example of this can be me in my daily life. We are missing a place to hang towels in the bathroom. So I'm tolerating that. We're living in this house since April. So that's like 6 months of tolerating nowhere to hang towels, which sounds ridiculous to me as I'm saying this, because it's literally the price of a few hooks and actually making the time in the diary to go and get them and then hang them. And then we have a space for towels. So it's like a stupid thing that I've been tolerating. So what have you been tolerating? And that can be simple things like, do you need to upgrade your wardrobe? You know, according to your budget, you can do that gradually. Do you need to change your bed sheets and maybe get some nice new fancy ones? Would that improve your sleep and your rest? And what have you been tolerating in your relationships? What have you been putting up with? What behaviors have you been putting up with that you just know in your heart are not good for you, and you're worth more than that? But no, so we're not in the release stage. We're just looking, we're just observing, we're just fearlessly taking inventory of life and looking, right, what the hell is not working here? You know, is it your finances? Have you accumulated debt? I did that in my life, you know, and I came out with the dream of releasing that debt and clearing it, and it wasn't easy. I had to create a plan. I had to get really fearless, and I had to sit down one horrible night and really look at all those numbers, look at everything that I owed, and think, okay, this is the income that I have. How am I going to clear that? And I ended up buying the books that I needed. I signed up for courses to work with teachers that could support me to clear that debt and to create a more financially secure life for me and my family. So it's like, but it came from that moment of fearless inventory. Okay, now I am ready to look at the comfortable, the life, relationships, health, and business, and your spiritual life, your family situation and relationships, and social life and those relationships. So what areas, your career, what areas are there's some parts of it that are just not working. And today, or with this first part, we're just taking inventory. So I'm going to invite you to pause this video and go and do that right now. Go and fill out your Google Doc. Like literally the easiest thing to do would be brainstorm for 30 minutes. Set your timer and go and just brainstorm what is not working in my life right now in all the areas. Or you can break them down into areas and give me 1 to 3 things in each area of what's not working. So go and do that now. That is my advice. So you've gone and done it, and now you're back at part 2, which is the release part. Again, this can be very simple. It can take half an hour, or it can go for a few days. So it's really up to you how long you want to stay in this phase. I wouldn't stay too long in any of these phases, and I would set limits around that. So I would say, okay, I'm going to do this in a day. This first part, second part, third part, done. At 5 o'clock, I'm done. I'm closing the book. Even if it doesn't get finished, I'm done. Or it could be I'm going to spend 2 days on this, 2 days on this, and 2 days on this, and then have a rest on the last day. So that could be a week. Or it could be, as I've done it before in the past, over 3 days. The first day is review, the second day release, third day revision. So, however long you want to spend on this phase. Release is what are you ready to let go of? What can you let go of? Like, this is a physical demonstration to the universe that you are making space for something new, a new experience, new relationships, new whatever it is that you want to bring into your life, those dreams and goals. So this is a physical demonstration that you are making space. So you can do this simply by going into one messy drawer in the house, opening that drawer and tidying it out, like literally throwing out some things from that drawer. Or you can go bigger, you can go into your fridge, maybe it's around a health issue for you, you can go into the fridge and you can just clear out the fridge, reorganize it. You can go into your pantry or your cupboards and, you know, just throw anything that's out of date and reorganize them and give away stuff that, you know, I fight with a buck couscous there and I'm just fucking, I don't know, I'm never going to cook it. I bought a soup pack that I've never used before and I just need to actually decide to use it. So it's like stuff that you know you're not going to use, get rid of them. Stuff that's gone out of date, get rid of them. So if you want to bring in more money in finances, it would be a good idea to go and clean out your wallet or your handbags. And you want to bring in clients, it would be a great idea to go and clear out client files, you know, release, shred some documents and some, if you've passed your, I know in Ireland we have to keep documents for about 7 years, but if you've passed that, maybe you can get rid of some stuff, shred some stuff, let those clients go with love. What digital declutter is your phone full of photos? Maybe you can transfer them to a safer place. And maybe you could print some off, but you know, on your computer, is it backed up? Is it full of crap and files and documents? Is your Google Drive file or your Dropbox full of stuff? You know, this is about release. So you can set your timer for 30 minutes and you can decide what you're going to release. Is it your wardrobe? Is it the kitchen? And you know, just do a clear out. Some additional things that you can do if you want to. So the basic part is, you know, taking something and decluttering, and you're physically sending that sign to the universe that you're making space. But you can also use incense, going around your house. You can use holy water, blessing your house. You can use candles, bringing in more light and releasing the darkness in your house, in your home, in your life, in your body, wherever. You can listen to chakra clearing music. You can play that on in the background as you're clearing. You can physically clean the windows, you know, open the windows, letting some change in the air, letting some air out. You could take a salt bath. You could take a conscious shower, which literally I'm in the shower and I'm releasing and I'm letting go of all that. I'm ready to release all that, review everything that's not working for me. I'm ready to change. And you know, change can be uncomfortable. This part can bring up some pieces around forgiveness. You know, okay, who do you need to forgive? Can you do a little ceremony around that? Or is it safe for you to literally go to this person and ask for forgiveness? Or is it about you forgiving someone for something that they have done? Not condoning their actions or the behavior, but is there some part of you that is willing to forgive so that you can release yourself from this relationship and this situation? So, you know, there are books out there. You know, you might be called to just to order a book in this period of release. And you can also go through your bookshelf and release old books and things, and just, it's really digital declutter, physical declutter, and also what can you use to just clean your environment, to just clean up the environment, freshen things up. What else can you do? Oh yeah, and just one point I have written down here. Being aware that the longer we invest something, whether that's time, money, energy, the harder it can be to let it go. So I don't know what the name of this is. There is an effect or something, but it can be like, okay, if I invest in this program, say I've created a program with my clients and they paid money and I've put money into it, in providing the systems and the team to make that work. And then I realized, okay, this isn't serving me anymore. And this is not what I want to do for the next whatever years. But it can be difficult for me because it's like I've put in so much time and energy. It can be difficult to just walk away and cut the ties right there and then and walk away. So if you're in a relationship and you've been in that relationship for 20, 30 years, and suddenly you decide this isn't working. You've known it suddenly, I'm saying suddenly, but maybe it's obviously been a long path of nudges and you just know that it's not right. But it can be difficult to walk away from that because it's something that you know, and you've invested a lot of your time and energy in that already. And it can be like, if I walk away from this, am I wasting that time and energy? Well, nothing is wasted. Everything is an experience that we can build on for the next experience in our lives. And everything is grounds for growth. So I just want to throw that in, that it's not, this part can be a bit uncomfortable. Some of the things can be easy to let go of. Okay, basically clutter, but there can also be some ideas, some patterns and behaviors and things that you've been doing that it's like, okay, that is not working. So I really need to let that go. You might not know how to let that go yourself. You might need support. So, that's where you call in your dream team, your angel team, your angelic guidance. You call in book a healing session, you book a card reading, you go see your doctor, your nutritionist, your massage therapist, your counselor. You do whatever you need to do. You go find your group, you call your girlfriends, your angel buddies, whatever it is that you need to do to get the support to help you to clean and clear out whatever is coming up for you as you're going through this part of the process. So, as I said, you can keep this simple. And I would say do a little bit of everything if you can. Like some people, what they do is they, like, what's not working, you can literally burn that list if you want to. You can have a ceremonial bonfire and letting that go and releasing and letting go. And then some people just go the whole declutter route and clear out that. I go to decluttering, and I know that that's a physical, okay, I'm making space universe for something new, beautiful and wonderful, this or something better. But I'll also do the emotional decluttering process, and I can use my angel cards for that. I can reach out to friends and talk things out. I can journal and do some meditation and, use candles, incense and all of that. So use a little bit of both. I'd love to hear. So when you're ready and you've gone through this process, please, underneath this video or wherever you're watching this, let me know how this is going for you. So go do that now. And now we're back and we're going to step into part 3. So, as I said, you can watch this the whole way through, or you can pause at any time and go do the exercise. So this is the juicy part. This is the part where you have made space. So you should be feeling, you should be feeling a little bit of expansion. The ideas are starting to percolate. So for me, this could happen over a few days, to be honest, because once you've made that space, taking things off the calendar, declutter the wardrobe, digital declutter, you're sort of letting the universe know you've cleaned out your house and your space, and it's like done the healing work that you need to do, or set the intention for that to come about. You've booked the healing session, you've booked the counselor, whatever, you've booked your session with the doctor, booked that hospital appointment that you've been putting off, whatever it is that you've been delaying on is put into action. And you should be in this space of openness and expansion, and it's where we can bring in new possibilities. So in this part, I want you to, it's called revision. So we've done review, we've done a release, and now we're in revision. So it's like, what is it that you want to bring into your life? Is it the book that you want to write for your whole life? Is it the new program or course? Is it pivoting in your business and completely changing everything and throwing everything out and starting again from scratch? Is it getting a nutritionist to work with you on your diet and your nutrition to build up your vitamins and minerals in your body? Is it a personal trainer? Is it joining a yoga group or a Zumba class? Is it committing to going swimming twice a week? Is it joining that group? Is it you want to bring in relationships? So is it joining that rowing club? There might be a few more guys. Is it getting yourself out there? Is it telling your friends, hey, I'm available? or to meet somebody new. So what is it that you wanna bring in? So it's like this is your moment for really getting down the details of what you want to manifest and what you want to bring into the space that you've created in your life. So, just give you one example of my life. When I wanted to bring in a new apartment into my life, I literally wrote down every single detail. And big rooms, warm, near the city centre. Like it was a certain amount of, I think the rent, I don't know, let's say 1,000 a month. Um, and like 20 minutes walking distance from Dublin city centre because I was working there at the time. Sharing it with great people, I don't know, quiet area. So whatever I asked for, literally the next day, newspaper, I literally just fell down on my lap, opened it out, and there was an ad for a house in Kilmainham, which for anyone that's in Dublin knows that that's like literally a 20-minute walk into the city centre, 3-bedroom house. Happened to know that one of my friends was looking to move into a house as well, so that was one, and then another really good friend moved into the other room, so there was literally 3 of us. But I remember going to that. It was out of my budget. I went along to meet the guy, had a look around, uh, told him we were ready to move in, even though my other friend hadn't committed at that time. And then but said, look, I don't have what you're asking. I don't have that. This is what I have. And I said, look, I'm available to pay 1,000 a month. I'm just saying that I can't remember exactly what the amount was. But I said, look, it's 1,000 a month. So he said, well, that's not what I want. And I said, yeah, well, look, go think about it if you want. If you're interested, come back to me. That's what I'm available for. And I have 2 amazing women that are going to move in with me. We're going to be amazing tenants. He liked me. He came back to me very soon after that. I don't know if it was a few days, but literally said, the place is yours if you want it. Like it was amazing. So, and we moved in there, big rooms, nice and warm, 20 minutes city centre. My 2 friends ended up moving in. I persuaded, the one was already coming, the other one, I persuaded her to move in with us. And so they were like my best friends at that time. So it was a fantastic house for us to be in, and lived there for, I don't know, 6 months or a year or whatever it was. So really getting clear on the details. The only thing I didn't have on that list was parking, and that was the only thing that wasn't available. It was very limited parking where we were. Great location. It was literally across from the Buddhist Center in Kilmainham, so literally high vibe area. It was an amazing manifestation. And the other nudge, I could have seen that. I could have said, that's out of my budget. I'm not going. I'm not even going to waste my time. But there was a nudge inside of me. The newspaper came, I opened there and I saw it, and I'm just going to go. I'm going to have a look and I'm going to just see. And maybe, who knows? And I went and I was honest, and in the end it worked out in our favor. So what is it that you want to bring in? And maybe even get ridiculous about what it is that you want to bring in. Do you want to go to visit Richard Branson on his island? I don't know. Do you want to learn to fly a plane? Do you want to write that book series, never mind the book? Do you want to learn piano? I don't know, what is it that you want to but really spend as long as you want, but just even get a little bit ridiculous about things that seem ridiculous now, but if they came true, would be really fun and really amazing. House by the beach. That's one of the things I want to bring in the next few years. I want to invest some money. I want to build on an investment retirement fund. That would be an amazing thing for me to continue to build on and grow, and would give me amazing satisfaction. Let me see what else. I want to write books. I want to create new programs. I want to work with thousands and thousands of people around the world. I want to bring my work and my angel work and spiritual business support. So it's like, what is it that you want? Get really, really big. Allow yourself to really dream. Some things that maybe even seem just so far out of your reach. I want to have a chat with Oprah. Be interviewed by Oprah. That could be on your list. So whatever it is, You know, start that relationship. But the other piece I've written in my notes is clean slate. Imagine there was a clean slate, the slate was being wiped, and you were literally could start fresh and have an amazing life. You could move and live wherever you wanted in the world. You could, with whoever you wanted, have achieved. Imagine if 30 years from now, if you had achieved everything that you wanted to in your life, what would that look like? What would the big, big dreams look like? And that is it. That is the whole process. Have some fun with this. Take as long as you want in each particular phase. I call this the bonfire party because when I used to do this, I used to just, we would write down everything that was annoying us in the review and then burn it in the release phase and then revision. So you're totally welcome to do that. But this time I wanted it to be more of a general declutter and release. So you can totally do that, the burning, because it's bonfire time. But you can also do this any time of year. I happen to be recording this in October or in time for Halloween. But you can totally do this any time of the year that you want to release and let go and manifest something new in your life. You can do this process, and you could literally do it over a few hours, a few days, or a week or so if you wanted to. Please share this video with anyone that you think would get benefit from it. You can go to ashlingmooney.com for more information about me. If you would like some supporting resources, meditations, activities to help you with this process, you can go to ashlingmooney.com/box. And that is my spiritual toolbox for challenging clients. And you can dive in there and get some meditation, some activities, everything that will help you. There's cutting the ties that would be really useful for this. There's the healing ball of light exercise, and I think there's a forgiveness exercise in there. So there's literally a little toolbox that can support you, whatever's coming up for you as you go through this wonderful process. And I want to hear about your big dreams. I want to hear about how this was for you. So you can comment wherever you're watching this video and let me know. Please share this video with anyone that you think would benefit from this information, from the support, from doing this exercise. Maybe you could buddy up with somebody and say, okay, let's do this together. Let's commit to doing this. And, you know, that's one way that really supports me to actually get through stuff. I work well with accountability. So that is it, my darlings. Loads of love, enjoy. I cannot wait to see what you manifest and bring into your lives. And that is it. Loads of love. Bye bye.